you know, she's like really working on some stuff. So I thought this would be good for her. Okay. So anyone want to pop on here and just say, or just chat in the box? Up to you. Anything that
I'll
you want.
go.
Sure. Hi, Ivy.
Hi everybody. I think for me, I just really want to get clear, like seeing my vision clear and feeling it, like that embodiment, feeling the clarity in my body, and aligning with my goals and purposes this next month.
Awesome. Thank you. I love the word embodiment is so exactly what we're doing. And that and Green Tara, that she is the ascended master of embodiment. So I was like, this will just all align so well because we're just so smart. Like we have that intelligence, right? So thank you for saying that. And hopefully you'll get that clarity in your body today. Let's aim for that for sure. Yay.
I'll share.
Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Jenny.
Hi. I came because it's new moon and I love you so much and I love all the things you're doing in the world and the community and love to show up for anything that I can. And I would like to release doubt and to step into my power and to, be just really embody that faith and the trust and just have it, cemented in and without a doubt, just having the faith and the trust in everything working out. I think there's just so much uncertainty and chaos happening in the world right now, and it's really can definitely get really easy to get lost in all of it. So we want to really turn everything over because there's so much that I am powerless over, and I want to not fall down any crazy dark rabbit holes and stay grounded and yeah, just feel that overwhelming trust that it's all going to be great.
Thank you. And thank you for also being real and authentic about all the other things that are going on, right? It's like there are a lot of things going on and we need to honor them too. And building trust is being aware, right, of all those things and not tapping out of the feelings that we're having, regardless of what they are. Really trusting our emotions and our bodies and our divine feminine wisdom. So thank you for bringing that up.
I'll go. This is Jen. Hi. So happy to be here. And mine is not as deep. I'll admit, 2020 was a really big year on so many levels. And I've been working on all these different pieces and just really trusting the process, and probably more so than ever. And, I just really love all the work that you're doing, Nicole. It shows, all of the work you've done through the years is really, I see all the elements of it. And thank you for sharing it with all of us. And like what Jenny was saying, I like to show up for as many things as I can. So I just feel like 2021 is going to be remarkable. And I love female circles and anything that I can do like this. So not as deep. I didn't have a specific intention, but it was just like an absolute gut yes. So it's a gut yes is my intention. I don't know.
Awesome. And that's the best, right? Like sometimes we don't have to know, right? That's the beauty of the feminine. It's like, it's a yes, it's a yes. And so you showed up, and I'm grateful. And thank you for the reflection. I really appreciate that. It's well received, and I honor you and all the ways that you show up as well. And it was a tough year. So thank you for acknowledging the year, and also a big year, right? A huge year of expansion for everybody. And there's so much that's coming forward and through that experience that is really remarkable. So I'm grateful that you're coming into circle because, yeah, women need each other right now more than ever. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Lori, would you like to share? And if not,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm super excited to be here, and it feels like a lot of just juicy things coming together, and even just the lunar new year with the Chinese New Year and things, and the year of the metal ox coming, as well as
Right.
all of these different traditions that are so fun to kind of explore and play with. And my intention lately has really been um, how to embody and keep going back to source, and embody the divine and going back to source. So instead of letting my mind try and problem solve things here and things there, just to with everything go back into a more and more of a felt sense of alignment with divine. So I'm excited to play with that today.
Ah, I just got like like that just felt juicy what you said in my own body. Thank you for offering that. Lori
Thank
is
you.
such a master of yin, and she always, I can feel the way that I embrace you. It's always like, so I appreciate your energy field and that you do that for people and with people. Thanks for that. Okay. So let's just do a very quick, because I'm going to do a much longer meditation later, but just like a ground in meditation. And then we're going to move it into dance. And so I'm going to play some music. And what I'd like to guide within that dance is learning to really listen to our bodies and also love our bodies. And what I am saying that for is because, as we know, this shift from patriarchal to matriarchal society is so much, as we all know, about moving from, grinding and competing and doing and doing and doing ad nauseum, and not about that yin feminine. So there's a lot of shame that I'm finding is coming up, and maybe I know a lot of you are healers too, in people right now. It's happened all week. And when I see that happening, I bring it into these forums because it feels like it's a message. And part of that message of embodiment, as all of us have been saying, to activate this feeling of embodiment and within ourselves, is also to release those viral programs of the patriarchy of suppression, oppression, body shame, and things that keep us from being really embodied in our bodies. Some of you are yogis, many of us practice yoga, we are in meditation. Just to go into that practice today with a little bit more depth of, where am I not acknowledging my body? Where do I disassociate in my body? Where do I numb out in my body? What part of my body am I ashamed of? What part of my body do I love? And I'm going to guide that practice a little bit. I do this with women in my course sometimes, where I make them get naked in front of a mirror. And, we're not going to get naked in front of the mirror today with each other, but you can do this then too, really looking at the body. And go into the inner judgment of, these are the things that I don't like about my body, and just be in it. Like, let it be there without judgment. And then we're going to play around with, what do I love about my body? And can I bring the sensuality into my body so I can bring the light down into my body and embody what I'm receiving and feel it, and not push it away or sidestep it or avoid it, but really allow that energy to move through me. Because once I'm there, then I'm activated, right, with my energy, as we do in Kundalini yoga, etc., then I'm feeling through the clarity, as Ivy said, that clarity of knowing. And it also starts the other direction, right? As we know with energy, liberating current up, manifesting current down. So we have to work with both energies. And so it's like that embodiment piece, that dance piece is so great, because it's like getting anchored to the earth, getting anchored to our womb, getting anchored to the energy centers, and then playing with the dance of what's coming in through the divine. So I want to kind of have a participation around that. So anyway, that's kind of like just to let you know where the embodiment exercise is going. Hopefully that makes sense. My mind works in mysterious ways. Okay, so let's just close our eyes before we get started. Simply dropping into our body and allowing ourselves to be present with our breath. Let's take some deep breaths in through the nose and out and down through the body, through the spine, down to the hips. Just simply breathing. If you'd like to count your breath, inhale to 4, pause, exhale, 4, pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling this round. Exhaling. And now move the breath up to 5, just one extra count. Exhaling. Two more times like that. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Next round to 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then just pause in the exhale. Take an inhale. And exhale the sigh. Ha, out. Oh, someone just came in. Let me admit her. And then just be in that very soft and still, right? There's not a lot of energy, just to be still in the inhale, welcome Haley, and in the exhale, just to come presently aware. And guide your awareness not only to the breath right now, but just to the felt sense of your body, as was mentioned by Lori. What is the felt sense in my body? And if we've been running all day, we may not have checked in. Just check in. What are the sensations? Where do I feel them? And can I give myself permission to just be in that without even any story, just in the sensation? And that's it, just for now. We're just going to open up the space with that. And as we're dancing, as we're moving into the music, I'll call in our guides and angels and all of those beings that we'd like to invite. But let's find a space where you can start to move your body. And I'm actually going to get up. I'll move my camera around for that. Let's see if I can get my music on here. Can you guys hear this okay? Can you hear it? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Yeah? Okay. And start, just have your hand on your womb space. And I know, let's move my camera so you can see. Feet on the ground, hands on the womb. I'm in my PJs. Ivy would like that. I'm in my pajamas. And begin just so simply by closing your eyes and being in your feet. And I want you to start just feeling like the energy of the earth is coming through your feet, rooting down into that root chakra. And a big sigh of just, ah, maybe your hands move and shake a little bit. Without having to do anything, just being in the body. Feeling my feet. And feeling the felt sense of the feet on the earth. Going slow. Almost like Qigong, right? Holding the womb of creation right here in our bodies. Connecting to the mother of all life, that dark space of creation, the womb. Honoring our womb, honoring the mother in all of us, whether we're a physical mother, role-playing, or just the mother of all creation moving through us. And just kind of, use your hands today to enjoy the body, my legs, and notice what comes up. Bring up the judgments if there are any. And then try to turn your attention toward what is really true, what you love about your body. Give yourself some gentle touch. Moving into the first chakra of safety. Can I feel safe in my feet? Can I feel grounded in the earth? Calling in Pachamama for grounding. Maybe we get closer to the ground and just touch the floor, touch the ground. How does it feel? Do I feel safe? Jenny said, do I trust? I matter, right? Floor, body, I matter. I'm in the ground, I'm touching the ground. And just releasing out into the ground. We ask Pachamama to take those feelings of not feeling safe. Moving up our body. I love my legs. I love these feet that bring me everywhere. The sacred legs that activate to walk around in nature. Going to our womb space, holding that space, that feminine center. Sensuality, but also, shamefulness, shut down. Where do I feel that shame? Maybe I have past trauma. Can I let my yoni, can I let my sensuality, can I let myself flower here? And just imagine emptying this womb space. This is the water, right? Letting the waters release. Birthing, coming into vision, birthing in my body. Some people don't like their booty. Touch your booty, give it a good rub, right? I love my booty. But where we had to protect this space or shut down, whether it be religion, societal, conditioning, let's just imagine moving that energy down into the ground and releasing it down. You can use your voice. Shake it out. Woo! Whatever you want to do to release that energy. Go slow. we do that, something comes up. If it's sadness or grief, or just let it go. Shake out the body. And then feel your womb. It's like you could almost go below the beat. What's your rhythm in the song? What's your feminine intuition calling you to do? Move fast, move slow. You do what you want to do. It's your connection to source. Creativity, sensuality. Sweetness, play. Let's bring in that inner child who loves to dance and loves to play. Your whole and holy nature of divinity, indivisible light. What does she want? What does she desire? Sensual touch, cravings, pleasure, sweetness. Where do we tap out and not do these fun things for ourselves, these fun things for our body to bring our energy back into freedom of expression? Now just spiraling up the chakras towards this beautiful power center. How do you want to move with your power in the world? Is it graceful? Is it fierce? Is it in alignment? What do you want to do? And so we call upon great angels, spirits, ascended ones, all of our guides, all of our angels to be with us right now. To hold the space for all of our emotions, to guide us into our truth and our identity as authentic, loving beings filled with light, love, and joy, innocence, play. How do we bring this vision through? Slowing down. Opening our voice. But playing with our gifts, right? Really owning our power. Reclaiming our identity through those gifts. Free to express, free to move into action. So just keep doing this dance. I'm going to talk a little less so I can be in my experience too. So we called upon the earth, we called upon the sky, watery energy of the moon, vision of Aquarius, call in the light of the sun, the masculine to swim with our divine feminine, creating union, right, the heart energy. Where am I of service to humanity and to myself first and foremost? What do I need to release from my heart? Grief, sadness, pain, just shaking that out. Whatever we need to do to shake it out. Getting into the kinks of our energy field. If you are like shamanic, which I know a lot of you are, you can pull energy out, send it to the light. And as we're rising up the chakras, connecting more and more with our voice, right? This feminine connection of truth with the embodiment of our divine feminine wisdom in our wombs. Opening that communication center. Whatever you want to make noise. Woo! Just make some noise. This is where we start channeling and doing light language and opening our sound. What sound currents coming through you? And watching as you use your voice, so much energy. Go up the channel to our third eye for clarity. Ivy's calling through clarity. We're all calling through clarity, right? Clarity of vision. Imagining what's in the way of what I want. Can I feel free? Am I free to be me? Just moving the body. Maybe you get stuck somewhere. You know. Let it out. Now we connect again to all the unseen realms, asking for clarity, asking for guidance, connecting to the stars and the cosmos as we do so beautifully when we meditate. She of 1,000 stars, inviting in Green Tara's energy today to be the divine embodiment of the divine feminine genome, activating that frequency within ourselves, activating that so it ripples out to others. Let's create that new earth, right? We're all in the same conversation of creation, creating our visions, expanding with Jupiter. Woo! Expanding structures, Saturn. Expanding the Mercury energy, the mercurial. And so we go up and we open and we expand. And now we're going to start to soften. And we'll come into our meditative space. Relaxed. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. I'm going to turn this around and go back to my beloved seat here in front of my altar. Thank you for that fun. As much for me as you, right? We're all in this together. Exercise of being in our bodies. And let's close our eyes and sit in our seat. And just begin to imagine all the energy that has come through you. The felt sense, I love that term. Thank you, Lori. I love that one. Of your body. And to recognize all that energy, that source that's moving through you. Your prana, your vitality. This really unlocks so much creativity. And so as we mentioned earlier, if we're going to be envisioning, We need to open that liberating current of energy that spirals, that kundalini that weaves her beautiful web through those spinning vortices of energy, up the spine. And when our hearts deep, someone was asking me this earlier about manifestation, when our deep yearnings, our deep seeds of yearning are allowed to come through, it's like we have permission to allow them to come through the softening, through the yin, through the space holding, through the slowing down. And manifestation is not about praying for a thing and just letting it show up. I'm sure those things can happen. It's about the feeling. What does it feel like to engage with those things? With all of your senses, with your body. You know, my client earlier was talking about a sprinter van. She wants to get in a sprinter van. She wants to go out and have an adventure. And I was like, but what does the sprinter van represent? It's not so much the van. It's what it represents. To her, it represented adventure, freedom, joy, and expansion. Those are the qualities that we are manifesting. And that felt sense, to keep bringing it back to that beautiful term, Lori, is in the body. We manifest in matter, mother energy, womb energy, earth energy, body, embodiment. So to feel, what is it that we're calling in? And can I feel the whole full spectrum experience and offer that to Great Spirit? And then who knows if it's a sprinter van? It could be a million other things too. Yeah, I'll say it's a sprinter van, and I'm so open, great creator, great mother, great universe, source of all things, to throw that out and co-create with you what it is that's in the highest good for all, or better. That was the thing. She said, and better? I said, and better. We can't even conceive of what's better in our limited perception and mind sometimes, right? So we get specific enough, I'll just say, specific enough to also be open enough and vulnerable enough, raw enough in our trust to bring Jenny into the equation here, in our faith, and in our body's wisdom and intelligence. Ooh, so powerful we are. So that's where the body becomes so important. And we know that a lot of you are yogis, right? That's why we're yogis. We know this stuff. Or a massage therapist, or energy workers that I know you all are. We know. So as we're breathing here and in this body, feeling our bodies, I'm going to invite some of these questions in. And then I'm switching it, and then we'll do the expansion meditation, because I feel like to know what we're expanding into is the most important thing. So here's a question. And let's just throw out the categories of our lives, just as reference point. We have our health, we have our relationships, we have our career, we have our creativity, right? Our self-expression. And I put in here, and our fun. Let's not forget about that, right? So it could be in any of these categories. Try not to, we don't want to overdo. Just pick one that's calling to your soul right now. And it may switch when I ask this question, but this is what I'm asking. In what area of those do I feel stagnation? In what area do I feel stagnation? and tune into your body, because now your body channel is open for the higher self to do the work with you. We call upon the higher spirit, we call upon the higher self to be here with us in this now, to help us with clarity. Where do I feel the most stagnation? And can I be honest? I'm honest if I'm in my body. And just maybe write that down or just take note. Now, what change could I commit to move that energy? What change could I commit to move that energy? And this is really up to you, but it could be, moving energy doesn't only have to be physical, but it could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be a combination of both. It could be a behavior that I'm going to enact, a habit, a practice. It could be changing my mind. So you get to, what area do I feel stagnation in? What change could I commit to move this stagnation? And your higher self knows the answer to that. And then I just want you to breathe into that. Use your voice too, just like an anchor. It's like, okay, that's the answer. Now, and I want you to imagine that energy going into the earth and then rooting through the root chakra and then coming back up to the heart. It's just like this circular energy of like rooting down and then bringing up into the heart, the change. How am I going to commit to that? And now, how can I expand? So maybe we stay in that particular area. It might be good just for this question to stay in that, because you've now committed to changing it. How can you expand it? How can you expand the vision of yourself within that particular piece? How can I expand my vision? And I will preface this by, it might just be a feeling. You may not even know it mentally. I'm just burning some Palo Santo here for a second. Feels like there's some stagnation coming up. Next question. So now I felt the stagnation. I'm committing to moving the stagnation. I'm committing to expanding within it or through it. So what do you need to do to overcome? What do you need to overcome? Like what might you need to overcome? So sometimes there's a habit that's in the way. There's an addiction that's in the way. There's a story, a narrative that's in the way. What do I need to overcome to move that energy and get through the stagnation? And then this last question, are you willing to release the obstacle that's in the way? Because sometimes we're not willing. Am I willing to release the obstacle that's in the way, or am I willing to be willing one day to release that obstacle that's in the way? Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe you're still learning something. And thank you, Haley. I see you speaking these things out loud. That is okay, because you guys are in your own space. Speak them out loud. Let them be heard. And we're calling upon all oaths and all vows that have kept our voice suppressed in the past due to any version of social conditioning or patriarchy to be removed and sent to the earth in this moment, in this now. I don't have to vow to silence myself. So now our visions are maybe a little bit clearer in this one area, and this can be done in all areas. This is when in coaching you'd say, okay, now let's anchor in a goal. Let's anchor in a vision. Anchor it in, write it down, or state it to yourself. I, in the present moment. So it's a present tense. I am this thing, or I commit to this thing. It's present tense, it's active. It's not I'm going to do this, it's I am. This is me, this is what I'm doing. And then noticing if there's any resistance to that goal. If there's a story, this is when our ego comes back in and goes, oh, but I don't believe that. Well, okay. Then the next time we go to do an embodiment exercise, we move into that story and we free it again, right? So it's a constant process of freeing ourselves. So I'm curious, since we have a few moments here before we go into the meditation, well, just write down in the chat box, if you will, any insight that you gained or the goal that you have, or just something you'd like to share from that exercise. And I know I did it pretty quick because the embodiment exercise was quite fantastically long. And I'm happy for that because that felt good. And so as you guys are writing, I'm plugging my computer in. I'm not paying attention to you. I just got to get this plugged in. All right, there we go. And just write it down. And then we're going to go into our meditation practice. And feel it. Right? Go back to the embodiment section of feeling the vision. Feeling the vision. And what I'll do, hi Jamila, oh my gosh, how are you, sweetheart? Is now that I know who's in here too, I can send you the recording of this if you want to go back and revisit some of the questions. Okay. So thank you for writing those down. And that's really for you. I could share some of them. Heart blockages were noticed, loving myself and the way I'd want to be loved, to feel my love on like a cellular cardiovascular level, like the soul cellular resonance of love, right? Beautiful. Claiming your power as a divine feminine being, aligned with your actions and your heart every single day. Beautiful, sister. So this is where we're going. I'm going to take out the Sophia code. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with it. I'm actually going through a teacher training with it. I'm not really technically maybe supposed to share all of this with you, but I am because it feels really right right now. No, and you can use the book as long as I'm telling you that it's coming from here. I wanted to have the meditation be what Green Tara speaks. This is one of her empowerments. And like I said, I kind of oracled it and it landed on this page and I started to read it and I was like, this is really fascinating. Yesterday, somebody told me that there's something about this day, February 11th, that's activating this emerald green crystalline energy. And it's part of the grid work that this is a group that does grid work on the planet. And they said there's this green crystalline energy that's coming through that when it's activated on February 11th, it lights up these portions of the ley lines and the grids between Mount Shasta and some of the other volcanoes. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And I just put it away, right? Green Tara is the emerald green. Green Tara is the emerald green. It's like that medicine of the green emerald. And earlier in a healing that I did, I talked about the green heart energy, not even consciously thinking of this. And my client came out of her healing and she said, my birthstone is the emerald. And I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. So anyway, synchronicities, right? It's not crazy. This is what is. So it's like, I'm going to read this portion to you and I'm going to invite, because Haley mentioned the heart, the emerald green is the heart, right? So this is the heart energy that we're pulling through, that we're activating. And imagine the green crystalline energy of your heart radiating, in all directions for yourself, for your highest visions, for the visions of this new earth paradigm that we're opening up to and that we're envisioning. And listen to the brilliance that comes through this teaching. It's so beautiful. It's very poetic. Okay. All right, so be in a comfortable space, closing your eyes. And breathing again down into the earth, embodying all these ascended masters. They had living human experiences just like us. And they learned to master their energy, right? And so as energy beings, we're learning to ascend through the mastership of our energy. She of 1,000 stars, Green Tara. I am the star within the tree of life, revealing the cosmic serpent of Sophia's light. Sophia, by the way, is the name for the Divine Mother. I release all judgments and understandings about the nature of reality, so that my innocence may guide me to the womb of nothing. It is here that I increase my embodiment of living wisdom by allowing what is arising in me to inform my ever-present now for the liberation of all beings. Listen to my voice guiding you from within this distant shooting star as you witness it arising from nothing. The star is my radiant heart, the first vehicle from which I speak to your awareness. In our communion, you will feel and know more of your true self, and it is safe for your innocent nature to play. As your eyes focus upon the star's trail of light, you may also feel the presence of a great tree surrounding your body. I am speaking to your awareness within the tree as well, embracing you in divine love, inviting the long roots of this tree of life to descend past your lotus throne and to deeply anchor into the ocean of gold and white light upon which you float. Keep your eyes focused on the star as you continue to feel the tree of life around you. Let your body relax and be held within the tree. Ring after ring of golden light is rising from your roots, forming a solid trunk of heavenly awareness around you. My shooting star is drawing closer to your sight. Hold the vision of my star steady within the center of your eyes while we grow the tree together. The tree trunk is rising into the night sky above, unfolding hundreds of branches that expand and grow from your crown. I invite your awareness to reach out with the long branches and arms. Look, my star is almost before you. Continue to steady your gaze upon its brilliance. As it approaches, notice how the star flashes with a pearlescent white radiance that sparkles with gold, with sky blue and emerald, rose pink light. And at the core of the star is the warm black womb of nothing, from which the source of all starlight arises. With your gaze fixed upon the star, stretch out your awareness within the branches of the tree, merging with the consciousness of your body. Allow your awareness to travel along the branches at the speed of light far out into the cosmos. And notice how each branch intentionally connects you to the stars in your galaxy and beyond as the blueprint of specific interstellar coordinates for your soul. So I'm allowing you to rest in that place right now of seeing yourself as that connector between Earth, the tree of life, and the stars. And all the interconnectedness, all of your visions expanding with the light of all of those beautiful colors. And so as we root down, what is below, so is above. What is within, so is without, all around us, extending our visions and feeling that expansive visionary quality, that mystic seeker, that humanitarian, that in service of light, the way shower, the guardian, the light worker, that is you, all of your glory. Whoa, such magic. And then know that all of those things go out and they all come back to you. You, the incredible, divine, feminine wisdom, the hologram of the source. And inviting so much love into your experience, so much awareness back to you. You are that radiant one. You are the radiant, magical, innocent, pure light of Source. So give yourself some credit where credit is due. Adore yourself today and all of your beauty and all of your magic and all that you are so tenderly. Sit with your visions, maybe write them down, put them under your altar, put them in the center of your altar, bless them, and know that it is so. It is so. It is already written. And we have free will, but most of it is written, right, by your higher self, your oversoul, your divine blueprint. It's already written to some degree, the evolution of who you're becoming. You are that already. So we bring our awareness now back from the stars, calling all the pieces of us back into our bodies, into this body to manifest in real time what it is that we are calling for. Back to the root, back to the womb, back to our bodies, back to this space that you're sitting in. It's all connected. It's all the same. So let's place your hands on your heart. Smile in gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, body. Thank you, exquisite body. Yum. And we'll just close this space saying thank you to all of the unseen realms for their constant support, to Green Tara today and the ascended masters of the priestess lineages that hold us in their light and love all the time. All the time. They are so rooting for us. They are us. We are them. Thank you to our ancestors. Thank you to the lineages of light. Thank you to this body, to this breath, to this physical place that we call Earth. Thank you, Mama Gaia, for your consciousness. Thank you to the waters. Thank you to the sun. Thank you to our higher oversoul, that higher self that came through your body today to witness you and to connect with you in felt sense, to bring it back there. And thank you to this sisterhood. Thank you for this circle. Thank you for the cast, the web that has been cast and the web that's being sealed around all of you through this healing process, meditation, embodiment, etc. Thank you for all that you released and all that you're calling in. We hold you in such light and beauty and wisdom. And thank you to yourself, of course, for showing up for your self-care, for your body, for your soul, for your mind, for your emotions, and all those many multidimensional layers. Thank you to the inner child for presenting your play. Om tare tu he so hum so ha. And so we ask that we just seal this practice with love, light, and a beautiful om together. And maybe I'll open up the mic. Well, then you won't be able to hear it. We'll just do it on our own. And then let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. The light in me honors the light in you. Together we are one. Namaste. Big love, sisters. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Jamila, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for participating, for coming today. Ah, yay. I love you all so much. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, I was just going to say, if anyone is still, I pretty much know that all of you are energy certified, but I do have a training next weekend. So I'm just announcing it again. I know I've announced it a million times. Reiki 1 and 2 certification and breathwork is next weekend. So just letting you know that too. And great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I love you too. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Shall I open up? If anyone wants to say anything before we leave, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, just aloha. Aloha. Okay.
Thank you. That was great. I tapped in wherever I could, but thank you for holding the space, Nicole. It was wonderful.
I'm going to send you guys the recording. So if you want to do it later, you can do it later and be in the meditation, etc.
Thanks.
Jamila, Ivy, Haley, Jenny, Lori, I got y'all in my head. Okay, there we go. All right.
Thank you, beautiful.
Bye.
Thank
Mwah,
you.
mwah, mwah, mwah.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy the new moon.
Bye.
Bye.